And good morning. This week we're going to be focusing on sensory choice. All right, this is where you will describe what you would like your products to be like in terms of their sensory qualities. So if you have a look on here, sensory qualities. Organoleptic properties is just a posh word. Please use that terminology in your paragraph. So what I'm wanting is a short introductory paragraph. Organoleptic properties refer to the taste, the texture, the appearance, and the aroma of your products. Here are the bullet points that you need to include in your paragraph. So, firstly, you need to explain to the examiner how you intend to carry out a sensory evaluation. So, back in year 9, you made spaghetti bolognese and you changed the meat or the meat substitute. So, we use corn, we use minced beef, we use soya. You then scored this on a scale of 1 to 5. You asked with 5 being the most successful and 1 being the least successful. You then asked a range of people. So ideally we asked 3 people or more to actually taste your products. And then we actually generate that into actually a table or a radar graph. These are the descriptors that we're going to need to be able to evaluate our product against. An evaluation comes after you have made these products. So if we have a look down here, I've given you a good example. I've highlighted the key points that you need to include. This one relates to a primary school meal. So for my primary school meals, so this for year 9s, this will be for my celebration product. All right, and then you've got some, you need to include, and here you might put for your celebration, you may well put a range of colourful ingredients to make my products look attractive. Obviously at year 10, we're looking at ranges of fruits and vegetables. We need to then explain that we're going to comment on what is successful and where the product can be improved. We've got our key terminology in there. We've got our sensory qualities and organoleptic properties, taste, texture, appearance, aroma. I've said we're going to ask 4 people here. And the target group at primary school, some people may choose to do 5 to 11. Some people might choose to do 9 to 11. That's entirely your choice. That doesn't matter. For those that are doing the celebration project, there you're going to include the age phase of the people who would attend your family celebration. So it might be anything from 8 to 80 or younger. We need to make sure it's a fair test. And again, go back to this particular scale, 5 being the highest, 1 being the weakest. Eventually, we'll do 2 different styles of charts and analyse our results. And then we'll end up with our comments on our taste, texture, appearance and aroma. Now, a strange word that's appearing here for you is umami. Umami just means savoury. Okay, so it just means savoury. In a pizza, it's easy. You've got a cheesy flavour, you've got a meaty flavour, you've got tomato and herbs. And you may think, well, choux pastry, for argument's sake, doesn't have a savoury flavour. But it is actually neutral. Choux pastry is neutral, a bit like a Yorkshire pudding is neutral. You can actually put it with sweet or savoury products. So you may well use a subtle umami flavour for things like your cheesecake base, for your short crust pastry, for your choux pastry, or for your puff pastry. What I've done for you, and I'll bring in this bit, the word nice is banned. Okay, banned. Instead, I'd like you to use words such as pleasant, appealing, inviting. I've done an example for you. So you can see here, I've done one for pizza. So I've gone through site. You can add in rows according to however many you'd like to add for each one. Please, I don't want them as long sentences. I just want 2 or 3 keywords that are appropriate. So I'm describing my pizza. I want it to have a colourful appearance. I want it to be attractively presented. I want it to have a good round shape. You may well have done pizza swirls. You may want a spiral shape. Taste, we've obviously got a good cheesy flavour, and I may have well put on top of my pizza some pepperoni. So I've gone for a subtle. Subtle means a slight spicy flavour. So I'm going to put that in brackets for you. Slightly spicy flavour. I've gone for the smell. I like you to use the word aroma. All right, I'd much rather use the word aroma rather than the word smell. I think smell's just a bit simplistic. So obviously a pleasant tomato and herby aroma. Touch. If you felt it, what would it be like? So I've said soft, moist toppings. I like my toppings to be quite succulent. So you might even change that one to succulent. Stringy cheese, when you bite into it, you want it to have that stringy cheese. And then I've gone for my mouthfeel. I want the base to be crispy. I've got a good umami flavour because I've got lots of savoury ingredients in there. And at the end, we've got crunchy sound. I'm going to be honest, sounds can be a funny one. Particularly if your product is very soft and very squishy, there isn't often a sound. So please don't worry too much about it. Now, we produce these tables before we actually do our practical, and then we go on record and we ask them. So what I'm looking for this week is that you have a table for each of your products. I've given you an example. We've got the pizza one. For the year 10, I'll include 3 tables for you to fill out. And for year 9, you will actually have just the 2 because you've just got the 2 products. I'm also going to attach for you some sensory words. So I'll show you these now. I'm going to attach these sensory words so you can actually go through and use. If you don't understand what a word means, you can just literally say mediocre. All right, you know, half and half, not quite. We've got fluffy, we've got a whole range. So there's a good range of words for you to be using. Okay, just to clarify, so we go back onto this document. What I'm needing from you this week is a paragraph using these bullet points here. Excuse me. I've highlighted the key points that you need to put in. I've given you a good example, so you're writing your own paragraph, making sure it links to either celebrations or primary school meals. You're going to produce yourself, all right, a chart for each product. Here's a good example. And the word nice is banned. And you're going to have one for each of your products. If you have any questions whatsoever, please send me an email. You are going to need these because the hope is that next week or the week after, last school week, or possibly over the summer holidays, you will get the chance to cook your 2 or your 3 products in a big practical. I appreciate that might not be possible, but it would be lovely if you could do so and then write up your evaluation. Any questions, send me an email. Hope you get on all right. All right, take care and hope to speak to you soon. Bye.